All right, so for some lightning talk trivia, there is an event that happens in multiple locations around the world called Ignite. And that's what mostly popularized this talk type series. And so earlier in this week, on Thursday, there was a workshop done about how to write your very first Ignite talk. And so our next presenter actually went through that experience and was nominated as one of the best to present. So we included him in our upscale presentation. So give him an extra friendly audience as it's his first Ignite talk. So let's welcome Michael to the stage, and he's going to be talking about an open source community of successful learnings. Sorry, cut off. Maybe I messed it up.
Thank you very much. Thanks. In 2009, I heard this rumor that no matter how much money you make, you can't take it with you when you die. So I thought, well, why spend all my time working on enriching myself when I could be enriching the world? And so I looked around and see some of the biggest problems that we had, and one of them, I said, well, you know, as an engineer, we're problem solvers, so how can I solve the biggest problem? I looked around and I couldn't find something, and then I realized student debt. The cost of college, everybody was complaining about it in the media, but nobody was doing a damn thing about it. So 44 million of you Americans have this debt. They can't buy a house, many of them. They actually have to, live without. So I started free education, bringing in all the open courseware from MIT, Stanford, UC Berkeley, and an open community LMS. And $250 a month sounded like a good idea. So I started off, and this is where I camp every day for 8 years. Started World Mentoring Academy, free education leading to college degrees. Utilizing the open courseware from MIT and Stanford, I aligned them with college boards, APs, CLEPs, DSSTs, TECEs, the ISSs, and all the other acronyms. And students can learn from my free school, mobile education, using courses from MIT, Harvard, UC Berkeley, UCLA, and all the other fine institutions. Now, with mobile education, it allows you to do a lot of things that you would not normally do if you were online, or distance. You can use these particular courses at Thomas Edison State University and Charter Oaks, both regionally accredited state universities. They're not fly-by-night for profits. Some students are getting their bachelor's from as little as $5,000. In fact, including, we have a program for a bachelor's in computer science utilizing your A+, your N+, your LPIs, and all the others for your cores, and you can hack your damn education for less than $5,000. You can also use mobile education to do sabbaticals, gap years, bridge years, and experiential learning, learning languages, and being part of NGOs and things of that nature between your high school and your college, going out and learning things. So picture this. You're 17 years old and you're my child, and I say, you know what? You've been in school for 12 to 14 years. You're burned out. If you go to college, you're likely to get alcohol poisoning. So you decide to go to Lyon, France, the French cooking capital of the world. You study with a 3-star rated Michelin chef as a dishwasher. During your breaks, you're doing julienne cuts with the 3-year program that we have in culinary arts. After a while, chef notices and he goes, hey, mon ami, you're in France, so guess what you got to learn? French. So on your day off, you catch a train to go to Paris, you go to the Louvre, you study art history, art appreciation. You're not looking at the picture of the Mona Lisa, you're experiencing it. After 2 years abroad, you come back in the brick and mortar, your friends brag about doing bong hits and fraternity, you talk about partying ass off Mykonos, getting drunk in the vineyards, having a Parisian life. Better yet, you decide to go work with Doctors Without Borders. You do all of you work with the medicine, you have the first 2 years of Harvard Medical School on your terabyte drive, your Raspberry Pi, whatever flavor you like. Or you decide, you learn all about it, you decide to go work as a deckhand on a marine research vessel with a 2 terabyte drive, lab just below deck. You also discover what marine biology is like and whether or not you get seasick or not. So this is a far better, richer way to learn things as well, including taking your education and going into creative spaces and do project-based and design-based learning. We retain much more when we learn by doing, instead of sage on the stage like me. You're probably going to only remember 5 to 10% of whatever I say. So anyway, what I do is with all my students is I get them going out to maker spaces in biological labs and do project-based learning. And I started a second project where I cataloged all that in badge map, where you have hacker spaces, biolabs, creative spaces, YouTube collaborations, filmmaking, robot FRC teams, and then I lay that on layers in Google Maps and attach that to the education so that you can then do things. So what is going to be the future of education? Well, come over and chew some fat with me. It's booth 711 tomorrow, and we'll talk about what may happen in the future. Also, I'd like to ask if you guys might participate with me, because $250 a month isn't a solid plan. Although I've been doing it for 8 years, I do enjoy it, but I need your help. Professor Clayton Christensen of Harvard Business School said, in 15 years, 50% of the universities will be gone. Let's be a part of that. Thanks a lot.
All right, is Dwayne O'Brien here? Hey, so Dwayne ran the workshop on Thursday, so he wants to run it again. So if you're interested in doing this, talk to Dwayne and give him some feedback. So thanks for helping us out on Thursday. Let's give Dwayne a hand for that really quick. Okay. All right, quick poll. How many people have been to a job interview here? Okay. How many people have been on the other side and interviewed people for the job? How many people think both of those experiences sucked? Okay, well, we're going to hopefully solve that problem in 5 minutes. We've got Kais here to talk about interviewing and how we can make it better.
Thank you. Almost. We're almost there. Should I wait for a minute? I can take a selfie. I can do a